Hey everybody, it's me, Robert Goodwin, coming back, and today I wanted to talk about different ways to find your life purpose. And one way is to do that is by going through your life and some of the events in your life, from childhood influences, passions and your interests, talents and skills, personality, life-changing experiences, eliminating limitations. You know, your purpose, finding your purpose is what this is about. Writing a manifesto and a life story. So basically, we're going to talk about childhood influences. And in the childhood influences, we're going to examine your childhood and the influences and the roles you learn to play on the life stage that we are in today. Other things that we're going to work on are we're going to ask questions to help get you thinking about, the different things that happened from a child that you've learned through your experiences, through those that are your parents or your grandparents or uncles, older cousins that you look up to, or anyone who had a positive or negative influence in your life. So, let's see here. Childhood influences. Today we have a lot of different things that we got to deal with. All right, we're going to talk about childhood influences. We're going to talk about right now conditioning. Many people believe that, society and childhood upbringing do not influence who we are today at the deepest levels of who we are. Most people think it's only very minimal and resist believing that actions and beliefs were formed by other peoples when we were younger. But if we take the time to reflect on how much of what we do and think did not originate as our own, we'd be surprised. And by letting go of those things that don't serve us, we were free to embrace our beliefs and our life choices that we genuinely resonate with. And that's the true way we want to live if you want to go on to find your purpose in life. We want to peel away the layers of inauthentic beliefs and roles that don't longer serve us anymore. And we got to remember, this is going to be challenging regardless of what anyone says. It's not easy to change. But the main reason why it's hard to change is because it provides a sense of comfort. It makes us feel good because it's what we're used to. So we got to remember that. But by having a strong enough reason to change and being able to imagine a life that is true to your purpose, we can start creating a different reality that will grow and blossom over time. It'll be a good thing. So I got a few questions to ask yourself to help you think about, certain things in life about your childhood and the influence you had that you might not even realize. So what roles do you play on life stage? Think about it. You know, it's a deep question. Let's see here. I lost my spot. That'll be okay. I'll find it right here. All right. So what roles do you play? You could be a father, a mother, a student, but what do those roles really mean to you? You're an employee, you're a business owner. We're many things. So what roles do you play on the life stage or on the stage of life? The next question is, for each role, where did you learn to play the role? Who told you how to play the role? Or who molded you? Was it your parents, your grandfather, grandmother, aunts, uncles, older friends that you looked up to, and just kind of helped you become who you are. Like there's that saying, your closest five friends are going to be the biggest influences in your life. It's the same thing when it comes to family or people that you look up to. You know, I I have my own role models, and they have influenced a lot in my life, and I'm thankful for those people. My grandfather, my father, my mother, my grandmother taught me a lot of things in life. So did my grandfather. You know, so those people have a big influence in your life. Another question you can ask yourself is, how would these roles need to look for you to feel that you're living in alignment with your true self? So how would these roles need to look for you to feel that you are living in alignment with your true self? So what do they need to look like for you? So that changes the whole aspect of it now, to make you feel like you're living your own true self. Are any of these in conflict with it? So it's something to think about in your own thought process. It can mean anything for you. Another good question you can ask yourself to help you, on your inner looking into yourself, is who, if anyone, would be affected by you letting go of the roles that don't serve you anymore. So those changes that you are wanting to make in life, who's that going to affect? Who would it affect the most? That's something to think about. Is it going to affect your mom, dad, if you're a young adult? Is it going to affect your wife or your husband? Is it going to affect your friends, the ones that you've been real close with, but they don't no longer serve your purpose in life anymore? So those are questions you can ask yourself. This isn't a simple question. The next one that I would ask myself here is, what benefit do you get from maintaining these roles the way that they are? So are they beneficial to you? Are they detriment to you? So it's giving you the thought pattern of looking at, how are these serving you in life? Are they hurting you or helping you? The next question to ask yourself, what benefits would you get from removing or changing them? So if you remove them completely out of your life, is that going to benefit you? And if it does, then what way will it? Think about it. It could be just a little benefit. Or what about changing it? So you don't get rid of it completely, but you just modify what you've been taught and how it can change your life. So you're not actually removing it completely, but you're just changing it just a little or a lot. Who knows? Anything's possible. But it's a great way to add to the questions that I'm discussing today. So once you think about that for a minute, another one you can think and ask about yourself and write down is, who would I be if the roles you don't want to play anymore were to disappear? So who are you going to be once those roles are no longer dictating your life? What kind of person are you going to be? How much different will you be? How much better will you feel? So those roles, if they no longer have any stronghold over you, technically your whole life can change. So once you think about those roles and how they affect you, and they no longer influence your life in a negative way, or they still influence your life in an even more positive way because of the things that you want to change that no longer serve you. So just think about it. Who would you be? Who would you be if you no longer want to play by those roles anymore? It's something to think about. So once we get those few questions thought of and written down, here's another thing you can try. A little practice thing you can do. A little something. It's influences on worldview. So what you want to do is write down words that represent all of your caretakers. Yeah. So that can be any individual who cared for you or influenced you. So moms, dads. School bus going by. Sorry about that. I'm just out here enjoying the backyard today. So you want to write down words that represent all of your caretakers. That's any individual who cared for you or influenced you in life. So write down all the words that represent your caretakers' beliefs about life. So that can be roles that they played, political passions that they have, or religious beliefs, etc. Anything that you can think of about your caretakers and their beliefs about life. All right. Next thing you want to do, once you get that done, circle any beliefs that you have taken on as your own. Okay? So you're going to do that. You're going to take a circle and circle all the beliefs that you have taken on for yourself. And put a star next to those. There goes that bus again. Dropping off the kids from school. So put a star next to those beliefs that you have purposely not adopted. All right, so you get that taken care of now. So the next step we're going to do is take a moment to consider where your caretakers differ from each other on their views of life. Ask yourself if or how you have accommodated both viewpoints or developed your own beliefs somewhere in between. Okay? So take a moment, think about it, write it down. Now repeat that. Ask yourself if or how you have accommodated both viewpoints or developed your own beliefs somewhere in between. Okay? Once we get that squared away, you got that written down, here's another thing for you. For each major caretaker, ask yourself, what would you say their life purpose or mission may have been? What were they passionate about? What did they seem to be trying to accomplish in the world? So now you're looking into them and their viewpoint and their purpose in life, what it could have been or what it is. Ask yourself on this next one, okay? Here's the next one. Ask yourself now. Ask yourself in what way the missions of your caretakers inspired your current ambitions and values. Let me repeat this. Ask yourself in what ways the mission of your caretakers inspired your current ambitions and values. Did you feel drawn to grab their torch and carry the flame? Or do you feel the need to snuff theirs out and ignite a new, brighter flame? So this one's thinking, did you pick up their torch and start running with it? So did you carry on their view of life, their way of life? Instead of going after what you wanted to be. Say your parents wanted you to be a doctor or a lawyer, or they wanted you to do things, that you don't want to do in life. So did you run off with those thoughts and actions that they wanted you to do? Or did you, like it says here, feel the need to snuff out theirs and ignite a new, brighter flame? And it's never too late to change and find your way. So with that said, we're going to end that here for right now. And that's just a little portion of some of the things that I'm working on with people, trying to just find the little things in life that has gotten to the point to where they are today. So by doing this, you can really analyze where you learned your traits from, or who has influenced you to be who you are today, and whether or not you want to change that in any way, whether just a little bit or change it completely. And it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. It's not easy. I've done it to a degree. I'm working on it as we speak, and it's an everyday challenge. It's never going to be easy. It's just going to take daily effort. And so the next time I come back, we're going to talk about the 6 characteristics of passion development. Okay? So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy this, and I wish you guys the best. Thank you.